this couple come to me because they didn't want to be married anymore. They were having some problems. And they had just gotten married, and I just married them. And it was like a couple months later, not even 6 months into their marriage. The wife comes to me and says, hey, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm sorry. I know that we're, because we did the whole like pre-marriage stuff, and there was this commitment, like they were really ready, right? Excited and love, of course. And then all of a sudden they get into the marriage, and their fantasy of what marriage is, like, hey, once we're married, we're going to be happily ever after, right? And then they find out that, oh shit, there's work that you have to do in this relationship. It's different when you're living together. All this stuff comes up from the past, the disagreements, like, wait a minute. Nah, why are you talking to me like that? I would never do it that way, right? And then there's disagreements, and people don't know how to communicate. Conflicts come up. So there's conflict that started coming up, and they didn't know how to deal with it. Well, he didn't know how to deal with it. Well, that's what she said. She was coming and saying, hey, I come and like share things, and he doesn't freaking communicate. It's like pulling teeth to get him to like share things. He doesn't want to share things. He avoids, doesn't want to deal with the problems. I want to deal with these things, and not because I want to fight, because I want to better our relationship, but he doesn't come and freaking share. What do? I can't be in a relationship like this. It's not going to work. So then I go to him, start sharing with him, like, what's up? Well, I don't know what the problem is. Like, she wants to just fight about everything. I don't want to fight about everything. Like, I don't want drama. Like, I want peace. I want to have a good, healthy relationship. So she just wants to focus on these negative things, and I want to focus on the negative things. And, I don't want to share. I don't want to get into that. And so then she gets mad because she's not getting the information out of me. So they're both right or wrong? What would you say? They're both right. They both have the right and reason, right? So then I go and I start talking to him like, okay, what is the issue here when it comes to communication? What's the problem here? And going back to like how we got our training, how we all learned our level of communication, I started to ask him, what do you think about conflict? About problems? What do you think about it? Oh, they happen in life. Okay, well, like, how was it in your family? Like, how did you learn how to deal with conflict? Because he wasn't able to do it in his marriage, right? So I'm asking him, like, how was it growing up? I said, how was it in your home? Did your parents fight a lot? He's like, no. Actually, like, they were really peaceful. They were really good. My parents are still living. They're still, married. They're still together. They're still happy. But when I was growing up, he says, whenever there was a problem, they would fight. They would keep it behind doors. They wouldn't show us as the kids. Like, they would do it behind doors. They would take care of their own problems, and they wouldn't show us as children. They wouldn't bring that in front of us. And he was very proud of that. Like, he's like, man, my parents are amazing. They never showed that to us. So, you know what I told him? I said, well, this is your problem. What do you mean my problem? I just told you how amazing my parents are. Yeah, but you never learned how to deal with conflict. When they had a conflict, what did they do? They went and hid it. They kept it from the kids, right? So the kids never saw the conflict or how to resolve it. So he never saw it. He never learned. So now he gets married and their conflict comes up. Now there's something really wrong. This is not supposed to be there. So he starts to avoid it and shut down because he doesn't know how to deal with it. This is not supposed to be happening because of his level of programming. Does that make sense? So, because he never learned how. So, where did you get your learning from? Where did you get your programming? Where did you get your definition of what communication is and what it should look like?